Alright, hello and welcome to another Destiny video, that's right. So, yes, you're on the Werewolf channel. This is another Destiny video, and this time we are taking a quick look at the Crucible, the competitive multiplayer component to Destiny. And I had I had low expectations going into it. It was kind of one of those situations where, I expected the worst but hoped for the best. And, of course, it's like, it plays just like the beta. And I thought on the beta it was really unbalanced, just, because it works and everything, and I didn't really find too much in the way of connection issues and stuff. And see, like this right here, it's a cool idea. I wish, stuff like Call of Duty and whatnot would do that, which they are kind of going into that. So you can see right here, this is this first, I guess, half of the video is matches of when I was just starting off, and you can see that, I don't have too many. This is probably, I think, the third day the game was out, maybe somewhere's around that third, fourth day the game was out. And, I don't have too many of the big high quality weapons in these videos, and you can tell because this, like this guy right here with the level 16, there was another guy, there's a couple of them in there that was like level 22 and 24 and stuff like that, and like I couldn't even come close to doing anything to him. And to me, that's just unbalanced competitive multiplayer right there. A guy level 1 should be able to keep up, at least, have a fighting chance against a guy like level 24 right there. Instead, it was just like, it's the competitive, what I'm trying to say is biggest fish wins the gun battle every single time. You don't have a fighting chance. You almost don't even have time enough to spot your enemy before they got you dead. And to me, that was just, it's ridiculous. That's, on Twitter, I actually said that, and I know there's, it's an opinion thing, and I know there's a lot of people that have problems with, just taking an opinion as an opinion, but I'm going to say it anyways. Because, to tell the truth, I really don't care whether you have a problem with it or not. So muchly, it's just an opinion. If you don't like it, well, it is what it is. My opinion of it is Destiny has got some of the worst competitive multiplayer. Co-op and the storyline and all that stuff is awesome. I love it, hands down. One of the coolest things, I've seen so far. It does kind of try and be like another Mass Effect and whatnot, but it's pretty hard not to take elements from Mass Effect and Borderlands and stuff like that when those games are so great. And people, Destiny is definitely a mashup of a lot of those things. The competitive nature on Destiny, I find it to be a lot like Halo, but at the same time, it's got a Call of Duty vibe run with it also. Of course, Activision and Bungie, creating the game. It's almost a no-brainer that it would feel like that. But at the same time, what those games bring to the table, what they do so well, I feel as though Destiny really kind of fails at. Like, the way it works and the way it goes and the way it plays and everything, where the more time you got on there, the more firepower you bring to the table and the more armor you got and everything, and just that in general, like, it just unbalances the game, really. If you ain't got the time enough, like, you got stuff happening in life and you ain't got time enough to hop on there and get the most legendary armor or get the most, powerful guns in the game, then you're kind of made to be missing out, I guess. The game is making you miss out on what could, potentially be a pretty cool competitive multiplayer scene on Destiny. It's, like I said, it's got some really cool ideas. It's made by companies that are really well known for competitive multiplayer. It's just Destiny, the way it's designed, there's no, like, if I was to I think if I was to fix Destiny in a way, I would make it more or less on the lines of, like a Halo or a Call of Duty, just because those games seem to do it so well. On the fact of like the way I'd fix it is everybody gets kind of like a class set up. So each class, I guess, in a kind of in a way, it'd be almost a Battlefield type vibe to it too, where either everybody starts out with the same gun and then they have to go collect another gun like they do in Halo, or there's different class setups. So you got your I don't know, your running gunner, your heavy gunner, your knifer or whatever, and everybody's kind of balanced out in those, that they have so somewhat similar setups and whatnot. Not that everybody has to be running with the same gun. I mean, that could be a possibility to it, but that's what I would see. The only way you could really get the competitive multiplayer to be really competitive, because it's trying to be, I mean, and be all the way honest and fair, Destiny on their competitive part is really trying to be an arena shooter. And at the same time, they're taking, I say everybody should have the same setup. I'm just, it kind of dawned on me right now. I guess in MMO, like on PC standards, it's the biggest fish comes in with the biggest weapons and rules the kingdom, or rules the pond. I don't know. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. You know where I'm coming from on that. And us on console, we're just so used to it being where, everybody gets a gun, a certain type of gun or a certain type of weapon, or that they can customize a class, and have every gun in the game right there at their fingertips just to customize a class and boom, have it. No problem at all. I guess we're just, I guess for me personally, I should say, I can't speak for the whole entire general public because I am not the whole entire general public, but I just feel like that's the way consoles seem to be at their best is when you can pick any weapon, or you start off, everybody starts off with the same type of weapon. Half of this video is me getting chopped down just because, the other guys, 3 days into the game, they have the biggest and best weapons. They have, the biggest and best armor and everything. And me, I was just trying to check it out. I think I had a bounty or two also that I was trying to do in the Crucible. And it was just ridiculous because, I chew them with the whole clip. They hit me with sometimes even one shot. And it's not even a gunfight. They just come in and they wipe me right out. Later on, you'll see in the other half of this clip, when I got a pretty decent sniper rifle underneath my belt and a little bit of the pistol action I was still using, but it was mostly all sniper rifle action where I was just I was stepping back and trying to go long range. That helped out and everything, but it's still like, even when I was doing good on Destiny, it still really felt like the competitive multiplayer just wasn't made right. It didn't feel, when I was kicking everybody's butt, it didn't really, I don't know how to explain it. It didn't feel competitive, I guess. Just on the pure fact that I'm like, yeah, I got the bigger weapon, so it's just, it's kind of a slaughter. And then when I was getting slaughtered or getting taken out a lot, it was like, yep, I ain't got no way of doing this. I got no way of defending myself because that person's gun is bigger. Mine, just because they end up coming across it and they end up finding it. See, like right there, that was full throttle shot. Shot him down as much as I could. And I only got half of his shield down. I didn't even touch his arm or his health. It was just his armor. Which, like I said, that's the reason why I say, my personal opinion of the game is that it's probably the ideas are great and everything. It's just the execution. Once again, I say a lot for a lot of different games nowadays. It's, because a lot of games, they come out with these new design ideas and they're really cool. It's just they don't really quite know how to put it to use the right way. And, it's really a sad thing to see that with developers nowadays, because I think they're trying to keep up with the other competitive shooters. the big name competitive shooters. But you know, if they take some more time just to get the execution down, like Tomb Raider, I thought that could have been the next like Uncharted for like the Xbox, you know, for multiplayer, competitive multiplayer on there. And it ended up just, you know, everybody really didn't like it just because the ideas were there, but the execution was not. So this part right here is where I get into where I had, as you can notice, as you can tell or whatever, like, okay, the sniper rifle right there. I started, you know, kind of hunkering back a little bit, going a lot more long range where they couldn't find me. And that's, like, if somebody else runs in with a shotgun, they ain't got a sniper rifle on them, it's, you know, it's almost unfair. Yes, I'm killing everything. And I know some people are probably like, why are you complaining if you were doing so good? Well, is it really a fair fight? I mean, these are some really nice shots I was picking off with a sniper rifle, and I think, you know, if they had class setups and everything where everybody else could have a sniper rifle and maybe snipe back and whatnot. See, this guy, he tries to run up on me. Well, yeah. And that one, that was actually a pretty good one right there too, as I was just looking at it. It was actually pretty cool because he outranked me and I did drop him, but I had my super on, or my super move, or whatever you want to call it there, my power up move. And then right here I was like, well, I guess I'm going to have to sit, because what you don't see also is in these couple matches, this match right here, I got shot down a few times. It was just so happened that I got some really, you know, kind of cool little kill moments, and dropped some dudes, no problem. So you can see me right there. I missed with the grenade, hit it off the floor. That guy came in, got a pretty nice, decent kill. Ran over here, just looking for anybody and everybody, and didn't quite get it, but he had a rocket in his hands. And somehow, like, literally, I don't even know how I got. That's the way I was looking at it. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm actually getting a lot of these kills. But yeah, I mean, how could they? See, that's the other thing I was trying to think of too. Was like, how could they maybe work to get the competitive multiplayer fix up some more people who enjoy it? And I just don't see it happening, to tell the truth. What I actually see happening is, these are some really nice sniper shots, I know, but, and, you know, when I was doing this, it was feeling pretty well. Like, I mean, it was competitive, but at the same time, it's like, I just knew it. The only reason why I was getting these kills was because I had a really high-powered sniper rifle that I just so happened to find, and I was just in the right spots at the right time. And I guess in a way that's competitive. It's just, I don't know, it feels almost a little bit dirty because, you know, they didn't have their sniper rifles out, and they were just, you know, kind of in between sitting back with assault rifle. They probably didn't even have sniper rifles, to tell the truth, and there's no way of them getting a sniper rifle. So that's where, like I said, it was kind of fun sniping, and I got some really cool kills and everything, and I'm not really trying to complain so much, you know, from that fact. It's just when your enemies have absolutely, like, see, that guy just got obliterated, that guy got obliterated also. Like I said, these are pretty cool little highlight clips and everything. It's just, I don't know, other titles, you know, like your CODs and your Halos and your Battlefields and all that, they just seem a lot more on that competitive edge. Feels, and I guess the reason why they got a lot more of that competitive edge is just on the point that they're built to be in a more balanced realm of things. So right here, we, you know, just sticking right in the middle of the map, waiting for the enemies kind of to come to me. And, you know, right here, another thing too, like, I felt like I had to camp on this game, which Anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely hate camping. I think it's a ridiculous thing to do, and I was doing it on this. I'm watching these highlights back. I'm like, man, these are some really nice shots. um, just pulling out the sniper rifle and just going for headshots, which was actually pretty cool. I was hitting them pretty decent, and that guy just took me out right there, though. But and I tried a few different maps. I tried a couple because I did 2 different bounties, which I think added up to about 16 matches, I think, overall. And there was really only one out of like 16 matches I did where it really felt like I could do something where I could keep up with the other people. Because other than that, it was just the whole team, that we were going against just had weapons that were like twice as big as what we were running there against. And so, we were just getting destroyed every single match just because our enemies, they had a lot more time in on the game. Maybe in the future when this game's been out for a long time, which I've seen a lot of people getting kind of like, I don't know, on the comment section on like videos and stuff, which I know is a kind of only half the story really. I've seen a lot of people just be really in the complaining compartment or department, whatever, that they're getting bored with the game and they don't like the Crucible, so they're returning the game and this and that stuff. And I see, for me, I predict that Destiny, whenever, like, I think the people that bring it back to the game is kind of stupid that they bring it back, or they bring the game back to the store. That's what I'm trying to say. When they bring the game back to the store, guess what? That DLC is going to come out. You're going to end up picking it up again, so why bother? Just, put it on the shelf for a minute. Competitively wise, I would say, like EA's got a really awesome offer with the EA Access. Battlefield 4 right there. You go in there and just check out the competitive nature of that. What's another one? Okay, Call of Duty, but I know there's a lot of people that hate on Ghost and everything, but hey, it's until Advanced Warfare comes out, that's another game. It's really good and competitive and everything. I mean, there's different possibilities of games you can go do, but I would definitely say that the DLC that is coming up for Destiny, what the Crucible lacks, I think the DLC is going to make up for it. So hang on to a copy of Destiny, keep playing around in it, and check out the DLC when it comes out, because I got a good feeling about the DLC. Crucible, maybe, like I said, once time passes and everybody kind of gets up their weapons and their classes and everything up to snuff, and it might, just that right there, everybody being on kind of the same level and same ranks and everything, might balance out the playing field a lot more. It's going to really suck for anybody brand new coming into the game. But, that given time for people to find legendary armor and really high-powered weapons might just, like I said, smooth it over and balance out the game a lot more. But, competitively, I would definitely say, for right now, steer away from it, Anyways, so, that was my, I guess you could call it rant. I don't feel like I do so much a rant on stuff. I just kind of say like my view on things, and try and throw out a little bit of a view to get maybe the ideas stirring of how to fix stuff and what can be done to fix different titles that are lacking. That's as close to a rant as I come. I don't ever get really mad at the games anymore. I used to, but why bother? Anyways, so this is the end slate. You're checking it out right here. You've been checking it out since I've been talking for a minute over it. Twitter up top left hand corner. As I said before, I talk about all kinds of stuff on there in between gaming and fights and world events and tech events and everything else. It's all on my Twitter. So, and the comment section is off because, well, you know how comment sections are. So, I guess if you want to try and hit me up, check out the Twitter, and you can comment on the videos and whatnot on there. Still kind of thinking of how I can do it. I guess you could just go at Warwolf or whatever, hashtag Warwolf, or however. I'll figure something out so you guys can actually check. You can hit me up on Twitter. But anyways, so the videos that are playing on the screen, you click on those videos, it's going to bring it to those videos so you can check them out. The wolf head's going to bring it to the main page of the channel so you can check out every video that's on the channel, of course. Also, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up, that like button. Go ahead and share it. Get word around of that the Crucible is not so great, I guess. Yeah, and of course, if you subscribe to the channel, it's going to make sure that you stay tuned for all new videos coming soon.